Yowai mo.
Hey, what's up guys? Jake Tsu here and welcome back to another NIKKE video. So what we have here is actually the solo raid guide for your beloved RAMIEL. So here are my teams as you can see on your screen right now. What you basically need per team is actually a Pierce unit and one Fire unit. This is per team. If you can, that is the ideal NIKKEs that you want per team. And regarding the Evangelion collab, yes, they help out a lot, but if you can't afford to actually get all of them, I would say just get Asuka. Asuka is basically the strongest of them all when it comes to this raid, meta-wise. But before we begin, please, for me, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell on so you don't miss any NIKKE content or guides that I create. It only takes one click and it's free. It's actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, so please help me out. Thank you. And without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so for Team 1, it's gonna be Dorothy, Crown, Alice, Black Scarlet, and Privity. You've seen this team before. This is basically a staple team at this point. So the fire code here in the Pierce character is Alice, very strong unit. And well, Black Scarlet is here because Alice and Black Scarlet works really well together. That's basically it for this team. Let's get right into it. Alright, Team 1. So for this one, we will be using Alice manually. I know, that sucks, especially if you're a mobile user. Other people uses auto-clicker built into their mouse, you know. Shift up, I guess, tried to stop that, but I guess they failed because people are still doing that. But we're not gonna do that here. We'll be using it manually so you can see how much damage we can deal with this team on manual, and you can kind of replicate it on mobile because on mobile phone I think you can only do it manually. So for this team, this fight is actually kind of basic. So what we're gonna do here is just use our burst every single time, destroy the projectiles every time RAMIEL throws out the projectiles and it's about to hit Privity. I'm just gonna call this thing RAMIEL, okay? Kinda weird to call it massive object. So yeah. Now for QTE, we will be using Alice, because why not? We'll be using Alice to clear the QTEs. Now regarding the projectiles, I think the reason why Privity goes down, right? She's always the character that goes down with this team. I think I know why. It's because she doesn't have a doll. So basically all of these characters has SR doll except Dorothy. Dorothy only has a blue doll, you know, R doll. I'll be fixing that soon. And when it comes to Privity, she doesn't actually have any doll. And dolls, they actually give, you know, damage stats and health stats. So yeah, that's probably the reason or the factor. So for this team, the goal is to hit 1.3 billion. That's our goal. Again, with the projectiles, we need to watch out for it. Destroy if it's about to hit Privity. If it's going that direction, we destroy it. But if it's going to the left side, we're actually fine. Alright, QTE again, clear it with Alice. You can clear it with Dorothy, but I don't know. I just want to clear it with Alice because I guess Alice is already here. Clear the QTEs, there you go. Alright, almost 10 seconds left. 1.250, about to hit 1.3 billion. 3, 1, and there we go. So yeah, that's basically it for Team 1. And here's the damage chart. Alice dealt a bit more damage than Black Scarlet, and so yeah. yeah, that's basically team 1. There's actually not much to discuss. This team is pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and move to team 2. So for team 2, it's gonna be Litter with the bunnies and Modernia. So for Maxwell, you can actually use Ray here instead of Maxwell because Ray and Modernia has really good synergy alongside Litter. But for this one, I'm gonna be using Maxwell because I need Ray on my team 5. Alright, team 2. So for team 2, it kinda works the same with team 1, but actually way easier because you finally have heals, right? So I'm just gonna use Maxwell on manual, and yeah, basically just use our burst every time it's up and use Maxwell manually. That's basically the name of team 2. The name of the game for team 2. So the goal for this team is to hit about 720 million or up, right? With Ray, we are actually dealing 800 million, but the thing with Ray is if I don't use Maxwell here, my team 5 would suck, right? Team 5 would only deal about 200 million, and yeah, kinda sucks. And that's the reason why we're using Maxwell here, right? So we can deal more damage on team 5, which is about 400 million, right? So 250 versus 400 million, that's like 150 million difference. And we're only losing about 80 million damage if we're not using Ray here. So yeah, pretty good trade, I'd say. So with this team, the thing with this team is we won't be able to destroy the core. Like, let's just accept that. We won't be able to destroy the core. Because to actually destroy the core, you need Pierce. And the only Pierce character that we have is Maxwell. And as you can see, her damage is not enough. But that's fine, you know. Maybe in the future, if she has a doll, because she doesn't, right? The only character that has doll here is Modernia, and that's our doll. But the thing with her doll is it's not upgraded. So yeah, just base as our doll stats, basically. There you go. Okay, we'll just wait a bit until we hit the core, because you know, let me just try that because it gives more damage if you actually hit the core. Did it actually make a difference? I'm actually not sure, but that's fine as long as we hit our goal, which is 720 million or above. That's the goal. So yeah, every time the core is up and we hit it with Maxwell Burst, it deals about 40 million. And there you go, 737 million total damage. We hit our goal with actually more damage. So yeah, we'll take that any day. So let's go ahead and move to Team 3. Alright, Team 3. So we're finally using one of the collab units, which is Asuka, which is also the best collaboration unit when it comes to this specific solo raid. So the thing with Asuka is she works really well with shields. So her best team is basically Crown and with Tia. She also works really well with Ray. But the thing with Ray is, you know, you only get shields if Ray uses her burst, which is, you know, once every 40 seconds. So yeah, that's the reason why we're using Tia's shield instead. Also, the thing with Asuka is she increases Pierce damage. So that's the reason why we're using Anise here, because Anise has Pierce, Naga has Pierce, Anise increases Naga's damage, and you know, you get it. You could use other characters right here if you want, but for me, this is the best units that I could put on with the Naga Tia team. So we're rocking on with this one. So let's get right into it. Alright, so for Team 3, we'll be using Tia as our battery to get into our burst real fast. And there we go. We'll be using Asuka as our, you know, manual character. Alright, so I'll be showing you a mechanic here with this team. Also, make sure that you turn off your auto burst. Right here, make sure that it's always gotta be Tia first before the other burst one, okay? That way you can get the buffs. And we're about to enter the QTE phase. We don't really care about the projectiles because again, we have heal with this one, with this team. Make sure that we destroy this one. Okay, core is destroyed. Enter QTE, so we need to shoot the QTE in the middle with Asuka. You see that? You have to make sure that you always hit the middle, because if you fail to do that, the run is failed. You will hit the gray ones. You always need to hit the middle ones. That's the thing with Asuka. Or just use any other unit to actually clear the QTE. But why would you do that if you can clear the QTE with Asuka real fast, right? So as usual, as you can see, I'm turning my burst on and off because I need to make sure that it's always gonna be Tia that uses the burst first. It's annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's basically the different thing with this team. You need to use Tia as your battery, and you know, with the QTE, you need Asuka to hit the middle of the QTE. Alright, so the goal with this team is, well, it's gonna be 900 billion. I mean million. Billion my ass, bro. Million. So right here, hit the middle. If there's a leftover, it's gonna be volume that's gonna be clearing it out. So yeah, that's the thing with the QTE thing with this Asuka team. There you go. Another thing with Asuka is she also increases the damage of other fight code units. The same with Rei, but I don't have any other fight code unit that is actually invested. If you have an invested 2B, then sure, you can use it here instead of Anise. But for me, when it comes to my invested DPS units, Anise is the best in slot right here. And that's why we're using Anise. And there we go, 922 million. We have 22 million extra. This is the damage chart. And yeah, that's basically it for Team 3. Let's go with Team 4. Alright, Team 4, the Red Hood team. I would say the best core units for Red Hood with this solo raid is gonna be Killer D and Mari. But we don't have Killer D, so we have to use Noise and Sakura instead, normal Sakura, as our fire code unit. So the thing with Mari is she increases the entire team's attack damage based on her attack and gives the entire team's damage, increased damage towards shield and increases pierce damage, which, you know, basically Red Hood's burst. So yeah, that's the reason why we have this team. Ayn is here because ideally you would use Ludmilla. Red Hood Ludmilla works really well together, but I'm using Ayn because of her true damage and basically she is stronger than my Ludmilla. So there you go. Alright, so for Team 4, as it is the Red Hood team, we will be using Red Hood manually. So with this one, we have to always make sure that we use Red Hood's burst on burst 3, okay? We don't want to use her burst on burst 1 or burst 2. We need to always use it on burst 3. That's why you will see me turn on and off my burst right here. So the goal here is 600 million plus. I know, it's not that much, but it could have been more with Killer D, but we don't have her, so we have to make do with what we have, okay? So the thing here, we don't really have to worry about our health as well because we have Noise that heals us. And now for the QTE, I'm just gonna use Red Hood's first normal attack on the middle, And then we'll be using Sakura to clear out the rest, because it's kind of, you know, the thing with Red Hood is sometimes it hits too. So sometimes if you hit the edge, right, the circle on the left or right, you might actually hit the gray, which, you know, ends the run. So that kind of sucks. Also, another thing, if you're still watching, then it's a good thing for you. The thing here, if every single time you clear or try to clear the QTE, you have to make sure that you are using cover, okay? Because if you are clearing the QTE and you are, you know, in burst state, you will actually hit the gray circles. So always make sure that you take cover, okay? You see that? You see the cooldown between Mary and Red Hood's burst? That's what I'm talking about. We have to make sure that we only use Red Hood's burst on burst 3, because sometimes if you just leave it on auto, she will actually use it on burst 2, which in turn we won't be getting the extra damage that Mary provides. So we don't want that. Alright, so there it is. Pretty straightforward team. We're almost there. We're about to hit 600 million. If we can hit more, then yeah, we'll take it. There you go. Okay, 5 seconds left. Can we actually hit 700 million? Okay, maybe that's too much to ask. But hey, we did 50 million over 600 million, okay? 50 million extra. We'll take that any day. So yeah, that's basically it for Team 4. Now it's time for our final team, Team 5. Do you know back then, during the first year of NIKKE, Drake and Moderna is actually really good. Do you know why? It's because Drake provides hit rate for Moderna. That's basically what we're doing here with Team 5, but it's with Ray. So for Team 5, it's gonna be Summer Helm for our cooldown reduction. Fave item Freema, she's here to give us a bit more of damage, you know? She gives true damage for the entire team, but she's not invested, so it's not gonna be that much. Hopefully we can showcase her in the future raids. Ray, well, she's the star of this team. The main damage dealer also buffs Drake a bit, and Drake for the hit rate, which basically buffs Ray. Rapunzel is here as our healer and also our battery. So yeah, that's basically it for our final team, and let's go. Alright, Team 5. So we'll start off with Rapunzel, as she is our battery. Generate our burst ASAP. And there we go. So for phase 1, which is like before the QTE, we will be turning our burst on and off, because we have to make sure that it's always gonna be Freema that's using burst, not Rapunzel, because, you know, we need more damage, right? We don't need Rapunzel's burst to heal us. There you go. So this is only for phase 1. Phase 2 is basically after the QTE. We can just leave our burst on during that time, because by then our cooldown reduction is already maxed out, and it will always gonna be Freema that uses burst. Alright, so we're about to enter QTE. For QTE, we will be using Drake, and for the leftover circles, it's gonna be Freema. Alright, awesome. So there we go. This is now phase 2. We will be leaving our burst turned on, because it's always gonna be Freema that you will use her burst, not Rapunzel. So the thing with this solo raid that kinda is annoying is we can't see the shield, right? I don't know if it's the UI that's actually causing it for us to not see the shield for Ramiel, but I don't know. It's a nitpick, but hey, it's annoying. It's annoying. But you get used to it. But the thing is, why do you have to get used to it, right? We should be able to see the shield. Anyway, I mean, why am I even complaining? This is the final team, so let's get over Let's get over this raid. So the goal here is to actually hit 400 million. That way we could reach 4 billion total damage. Anything beyond 400 million, we'll take it.
Loading. Sorry, please wait a minute.
Alright, 300 million mark. We still have 30 seconds left, so I guess we're kinda guaranteed 400 million, no? Should be. Should be, I hope. Alright, 10 seconds, final 10 seconds. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, it's actually close. Oh my gosh, that's way too close for comfort, but we hit it. 407 million damage for Team 5, 4,042 million for the total damage, which kinda guarantees 3%, I hope. Usually it does, but I don't know. If it doesn't, we'll just redo it again. But this is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope it helps you out, and I hope that you can help me out too. These videos take a lot of effort, take a lot of yapping and editing, takes a lot of energy out of me. So if it helps you, then I just hope that you could give me a like and subscribe. Help out the fam. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. Janet.